Live on Stream It Sports NoCo, it's Northern Colorado High School football. This broadcast is brought to you by Jim's Wings, Northern Colorado's favorite wings since 1991. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. Now for the play-by-play, here's Eric Freehoff and Cody McCoy.
And here come your Greeley West Spartans tonight, folks.
Welcome to District 6 Stadium in beautiful and chilly Greeley, Colorado. You see the Spartans enter the field tonight live on Stream It Sports Northern Colorado and ASPN TV. It's 4A state playoff action. The Greeley West Spartans take on the Montrose Indians in this 3 versus 6 seed quarterfinal matchup. Hello, my name is David Haase, along with my partner Randy McCoy, and bringing us the pictures tonight is Mr. Maxwell Fink. A clear night, a little bit of breeze, Randy, but boy, I'll tell you what a good story. Quarterfinals. Montrose takes the big trip over here to the east side of the hills, and boy, they've got a good team coming in.
So we've got a...
step right to it.
We got a moment of silence for him. So we will have the pride of the Spartans with the national anthem here.
And we're back after that. We can tell it's not our scheduling. It is live football and live TV. But, Randy, we're looking at a 10-1 Montrose team. Won their first 8 games, had a loss to Ponderosa at Ponderosa, made the big trip here today. Greeley West, they checked off a lot of boxes this year. Getting into the playoffs, not the momentum they had as we saw during the midseason when they handled teams pretty easily. But you know what? This is a team that deserves to be here too.
Yeah, they do. They've got plenty of firepower, we know that, and kind of hit a wanker there at the end by getting beat by Mountain View, and I don't know if they squeezed by Stanley Lake, but they didn't beat them maybe as handily as some thought they might. And you're right, Montrose 10-1. The only blemish on that record is Ponderosa. But when you get in the state playoffs, all kinds of things kick in, and strength of schedule and all that. It's all been entered into the seedings, and so we got a number 3 and a number 6, so we should have just great
about
game
going
tonight.
Like chalk. You see the seniors all going out a little ways there. They're trying to all follow out. The state officials are saying no. There's only 4 going out. You get pretty serious about CHSAA rules this time of year.
Yeah.
Captain's going out there for Greeley West. You see number 78, Garrett Beckman. We'll say his name a lot tonight.
Yes.
One of the top linemen in 4A and one of the top linemen in the state. Definitely a Saturday player, along with number 64. I'm trying to make sure we get all those numbers. Looks like Andre Brown, 54. Along with 21, you will see back and forth a lot tonight, too. Pezenza, just an out-in-space player. And then along with 58, Ty Starks. Both, he and Beckman, both two-way players, so integral in that interior line for the Spartans.
And if I'm not mistaken, I thought I saw Beckman sign this week with UNLV.
Did he commit?
Yeah,
he committed,
maybe. But
definitely a Saturday player, and it'd be interesting to see which side of the ball It's for those college coaches divide. They can't coach size and speed and heart, and he seems to show all three of those. Every play.
Well, and I look for him to have a big game. And he is a big man down there, right on the.
Well, and the eyeball test, Greeley West certainly has the size advantage between these two teams, and Montrose is not a very senior-laden team, whereas Greeley West a very senior-laden team.
Yeah, this is, as you say, this is. You look at high school, and when everything comes together with your senior class, it's like this is one of our shots we have. We have another team on the other side of I-25 that's the same way.
With Loveland Indians.
Yeah, with the Loveland Indians, that all the seniors matured and kind of came together at one time, and that's the same way with these Spartans of Greeley West. Randy McCoy, David Haase here with you tonight. And, again, these are lots of chassa things going on with this particular game, from the way you walk into the building and the money you pay for the event, and lots of different things. So these are sanctioned games by chassa. So
a great night for football. Ruiz Diaz now approaches far hash, drives well into the end zone. No chance for a return, so touchback.
So the weirdest thing, the flags on the goalpost are barely moving.
Yeah, the tape's not moving at all.
But you'd think we were in a named hurricane up here in the booth. And on the mic, you can hear the wind. So interesting dynamic here.
Big night here. You got Jared Clark, number 4, breaking the huddle, the senior, contrasting. Talk about the youth versus the experience. You see a sophomore quarterback, Keegan Goodwin, starting for Montrose when they have the ball. Pistol formation, sweep, jet sweep left side. West takes it straight up the middle, and we're going to see a lot of that tonight. I think you're going to see just power football out of the Spartans tonight. They should really have that chance to flex their muscle up front.
That was actually Starks on the first.
You're right. Yep. And Starks and West, we'll see. Like I say, that'll be the both chambers. You're going to get them from those guys, one way or the other. They should touch the ball pretty much every play.
And now you see Starks out wide to the right, so they'll play him anywhere.
Clark, RPO option right side, faked to the West, pulled it back out. Nice job by the Montrose D getting across there, just filling the gaps. Nowhere to go. Maybe a gain of a yard, brings up about 3rd and 4 for the Spartans.
We want to thank you if you're watching us from Montrose. That's quite a drive, and there's actually a pretty good amount of fans over on the other side. So
several dozen made the trip.
But if you're watching us here on Stream of Sports, welcome, and we appreciate you watching us.
4 down linemen for that Indians defense, 5 linebackers. Everybody's right in the middle. Clark giving ground, trying to get the outside. Nowhere to go. Speed to the edge, but won't get the first down yardage. Nice job on the defense for Montrose that time, Randy. They just stayed out there, didn't let him get around the corner. And Chris Eckerman, number 4, set the corner there, just held him from getting the edge. And I think we'll see a lot of that tonight, like 4 down linemen, and they had basically 6 guys on the snap come up and play run.
And we talked about that the last time we saw Greeley West. They were struggling with the cutback. They were taking everything wide.
High snap. Kick away, though. Kind of stalls up into the air. Kicks around the 50. Gets a good Spartan bounce and 2 or 3 more. No real chance that time for the returner for the Indians. Dietrich, number 11. So 1st and 10 Indians. After forcing the 3 and out, they get pretty good field position. So offense out there was a quarterback Goodwin, fullback number 4 Eckerman. Left wing is Kastendick, and right wing Barnhill. You'll see number 2 and number 8 going around a lot of this very familiar formation. Really, it should no news to them. They've seen this several times. Beckman, Starks, and Lowy, you can see the guy there. They're going to come right out in that same 4-man front that was so good against Broomfield. Motion right side, fullback give straight up the middle. Gain of maybe 2.
Boy, my heart leapt out my chest. I saw that quarterback running hard on that fake, but you have to do that, don't you? Because the next time he may have the ball in his belly.
Yeah, and you better honor it.
Well, there wasn't anybody out there that time.
2nd and 8, clock running.
Brilliant colors tonight from your camera view by Mr. Maxwell Smart, I was getting ready to say, but we'll call him Fink.
Blitz coming, getting straight in there. Just another dive right side, or left side, excuse me. Maybe gain of a half a yard. Nice job up front by the Spartans. Some of the other starters for you folks from Montrose tuning in. Tight ends, 33 Iverson. Center, 51 Galvaldon. Right guard, 52 Simmons. 53 is your right tackle, Brugensmith. 58 Roebuck and 77 Rayfelt on your left side.
You can tell Mr. Haase is having a little voice issues tonight from his 2 weekends of
sweet delay
whatever.
fake up there's got the edge. Round the corner into the secondary. Ball's loose on the ground. Montrose looks like they've got it, and they do. What a break. Downfield, what a great play call, Randy. I've not seen that play, although now we've got a flag in the backfield, so you can tell if that's going to be.
Yeah, that's
But, boy, did they come around there. Nobody knew he had the ball. And a holding call.
No, it's a personal foul.
Wow. So after the play over, or a shot, basically, somebody got lifted up and tackled, thrown to the ground. That's the referee is telling Coach Renoff and his staff. Somebody put a little extra sauce on somebody who didn't have the ball.
Well, I think we know why Montrose is here now is speed.
Yeah. Technique and timing on that because that play there was, it came around the corner in a quick hurry. Goodwin under center, 2 wings right, split top of your screen. Motion left side. Fullback give, trap, come back to right side, wide open, going to run to the end zone easily. Nobody home on the crossbuck play. Basically, the fullback dive left. They kicked it out, and Greeley all flowed to that right side, and it was just a sprint to the end zone. Touchdown, Montrose. And, Randy, that was just about execution. We've seen that with Loveland and these other teams where, size certainly never hurts. But, boy, if you run your play well and just come off that handoff as he did.
Well, there wasn't anybody out there, so they were not even expecting
long PAT snap here. Good hold. Swings the leg, and it is up and through. So quick 7-0 lead out here now by the Indians of Montrose, who traveled over here to Greeley, and there's kind of our answer. They came ready to play.
Yes, they did, and that long bus ride, I'm sure they didn't fly. So.
Yeah, that's not a known here in Colorado, but that would be what a time for them to come out and start like that. So you get the 3 and out on Greeley, and then you have a 4-play drive, basically, and aided by a 15-yard personal foul.
Well, I'll tell you, the play they fumbled on was going to the house at some level too. They tackled him, but he forgot to take the ball with him.
Yeah, no, those delay execution plays like that. There was just, like I say, a cross block up front, cut back behind it there, and it was just open field.
And they set it up by the 2 over tackle with the fullback to the left.
Ruiz Diaz kicking it again. This one's going to hook left, and unfortunately for the Indians, that went way out of bounds, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Spartans now at their own 35.
So I know you can't see me, but the wind is going this way.
Yeah, we've got some twisting down there. There's some gusts. It's not temperature-wise that bad. It's not dropped a lot yet, as we're expecting some moisture to come into the Front Range tonight.
So because of this being a playoff game and a quarterfinal game, there's lots of media here. So we are cozily tucked into one booth tonight.
Yeah, usually Max can get away from us, but tonight he's in here.
He's in here, whether he likes it or not.
Clark back in the pistol, gives the sweep to Starks, left side again.
And there he cuts back, and
put that
they've got
foot in the
to
ground.
do that.
He got behind Beckman and the rest of them there and had the escort out in front, gain of about 7. And as you said, Randy, it's like don't dance around, stick that foot in the ground, turn it upfield.
Well, and we talked about that at the last game, and so many times they were spreading it out and getting caught for little or no gain. And they've got the speed and they've got the runners to cut back.
Motion again, sweep right side, and Montrose just comes running upfield on that. That's a loss of about 8. And right now, you're letting a smaller team use their speed against you, the bigger team. And you might have a chance once in a while as those get set up. But DeAndre Harris had nowhere to go. He had 3 people on him.
Well, so far, Greeley West looks slow in the execution of their plays, quite honestly.
Yep.
They don't look crisp, and we know they can be because we've seen them.
And Montrose is no way respecting a pass attempt right now at all. Like I said, they've got 4 down linemen, 2 ends on the outside. Linebackers there basically playing a 4-4 with the one end up on strong side of the formation. As you see it again, Starks, this time faked by Clark. He steps up the middle, drags himself forward near first down yardage, but it'll still be 4th down and short. And it's an early time to figure out, do you want to try to flex your muscles here at home?
Boy, it seems like you ought to be a quarterback sneak for that half a yard.
Well, like I say, you're across the ball there. You've got the much bigger team. You get those heels together between guards and tackles and center. Don't let anybody get through.
Yeah, if you can't get that, then you shouldn't be the number 3 seed in the state. It's
one of those moments. Defining shot right here, 4th and short, right here in front of us.
And going with the shotgun.
RPO, pull it away. Dives forward, cross the 45, and it's a first down.
So, folks, there you go.
Not a power play, just the quarterback faking and taking his way up there, and they got it.
We saw another little play here a few weeks ago with about a half a yard to go, and instead of getting up underneath the quarterback, kicking it in, they had a bad snap. Broomfield lost a game that way.
Yeah, the overtime run. Starks, top of your screen, power formation to the right side out of the pistol. West, fake again. Clark dances around, and that's just slow starting. When they've got 5 or 6 guys trying to block 8, and right now that's going to work to Montrose's advantage all night long. Now, if you get by them, when the time when you're going to see that moment where somebody from Greeley West will step into that second level, there's going to be nobody there. Play coming from the sidelines. You see all the players looking at their wristbands. 2nd and a long 9.
Who'd have thunk?
Piacenza Starks, top of your screen. Wingbacks both sides. Clark back by himself, looks to throw. It's the out pattern. Piacenza a little high. He goes up and gets it anyway, though. And we got a flag from way out there and landed by the quarterback's feet.
I think he...
Oh, was the umpire through that? Or okay, it's going to be against Greeley West.
There was illegal
shift?
No, as illegal man downfield.
Oh, yep. I missed the referee's call.
Boy, how quick was that pass? How in the world would you be illegally downfield unless
that was my question?
Unless you thought you were supposed to be in the pattern. That could be the.
Well, and actually, it could have been somebody who was covered up. An eligible receiver downfield. It could have been 2 people on the line. You didn't have one receiver, so an interior receiver goes out for a pass.
Right.
But actually, it came from the umpire, though, so that shouldn't be it as we think our way through it.
I don't even know how you had enough time to get
2nd and
out there.
15. Yeah, that's another thing. Ball in the air, just throws it over the top, gets rid of it. Got it to his receiver, though. Around the edge, I'll tell you what a heads-up play, and that's one of those oh-no great play moments for as a coach. We'll bring up about 3rd and 8. But it's supposed to be, I like the play call, and it actually by Clark bobbling it like that brought the line even more so to him. He just took it and he shovel passed it straight forward and put it out into Perez's hands. He gained about basically 8 back, but it's still a long 3rd down play coming.
3rd and 8.
And once again, Montrose is not respecting the pass.
2 receivers on the top, though. This time they're out looking to it coming down. Clark takes his time, no pressure, does have to roll now. Needs to fight something downfield. He's got a man wide open in the middle. 1st down yardage. Great look back and throw. Yeah. That's one of those passes that your quarterback, you've got to be sure he turned his body and he put something on it, got it right to him.
Well, and that's going to be open every time because all the flow is going with the quarterback.
Yep.
And
coaches always say, don't throw back across the grain. That's such a hard play, though. But, boy, you're right. Everybody, the top safety, with so many people up top, there's no help on a backside route like that. 1st and 10 Spartans. Starks fakes. This is a handoff to West, his first Wildcat play. And I'll tell you right now, there's not much rhythm to the Spartan offense. As you see them step up the line, and they're kind of taking their time, which is that's kind of been their MO. But they're not really getting on the ball and running play after play after play, are they?
No, and with success comes that, and they've had 2 tough games in a row. They've, they had some easier games and some, games with teams that they're rival games and stuff to kind of get them up. But the last 2 have been close games.
Starks sweep left. He's got the edge. Got blockers downfield. Got the seam. Makes a cut to 30 inside the 20, the 10. Going to be ridden out of bounds. Nothing on the field, flag-wise. First down, and under 3.5 to play now. Big play for the Spartans. Chance to try to get it back tied up.
Boy, he's got a nice stride, doesn't he?
Well, and there's that burst there that he really does have. And that time, as we talked about before, as I mentioned, if you get to the second level, Montrose is not going to have anybody there. They're going to be chasing, and you're not going to run him down. That was just a great play by the backside safety coming over and knocking him out of bounds. 1st and 10 Spartans now on their 10 of Montrose. Play call changed from sideline, and we're going to have a timeout on the field. Spartans are going to talk about it. Timeout up here, Stream It Sports and ESPN TV.
I make my coffee at home.
I cut my own hair.
I buy in bulk. So do I.
Jag tar med mitt eget godis när jag går på bio.
I still use my parents' TV login.
Saving isn't style. Start saving with the Anywhere account today.
We want to say thanks to Greeley West High School and winners Hellreich and Hughes for helping us bring you this broadcast tonight.
Special sponsors appreciate it.
Yeah. Those of you who don't know, when you're not a part of the NFHS network and you broadcast these, you have to pay a fee to CHASA. So we appreciate the sponsors for doing that for us.
Stepped up, and thank you, Mr. Denning from Greeley West. Clark straight up the middle. Quarterback dives. Did he get to the goal line? Just short. But the play, as I say, he just basically got right behind everybody. And, Randy, that was the no decision made kind of play. Just we're running straight forward. He had lead blockers. They had all the big guys in front of him. And that's what I've been waiting to see Greeley West do. Let's quit trying to be cute, and we're just going to lean on you.
Well, yeah, let's go up the middle until they stop us.
Mm-hmm.
If they stop us, then we can start running this wide stuff. But
well, and as I would see it now again, you get tight end left side, heavy formation left side. Starks. And I think we had a false start.
Now they're going to have to go 5.
Waiting for the referee's confirmation. And we did. Gives coaches gray hairs.
Or no hair.
Yeah. You're right, though. Brings the ball back outside the 5-yard line. Clock running, 2:42 left here in the first quarter. As expected, 2 run-heavy teams keeping between the hash marks most of the game. That will get that clock gone. So it's still 1st and goal after the penalty. 2 tight end, heavy right side. Give to West, right side. He's got the edge. He's not even going to be touched. Nice job out there sealing. And Greeley West just driving guys right through the end zone. And I think, Randy, they might have figured out, you know what, we need to go straight across from these guys and not be so cute.
Well, you got it. This is your 12th game, right? It's your 12th game of the year. And you need to do what brung you and what got you here. And I know they did a lot of the wide stuff, but that doesn't work against speed near as much as if you have an advantage, you need to use it.
So West takes it in for the touchdown. The PAT is up and good. And Holdren's kick ties the game at 7 with 2:19 left. Playoff football here on Stream It Sports and ASPN TV.
You're watching high school sports on Stream It Sports NoCo.
So we're back here tonight. Randy McCoy, David Haase here with you on Stream It Sports and ASBN TV. 4A playoff state quarterfinal game tonight. I want to shout out to my brother-in-law, Mr. Jeff Zemo, visiting us today. And
Holdren's kick, short into the breeze, fumbled on the ground. They got to get to it. I think he got it covered up. He took a good shot beating it to the ground. Montrose twice now recovering a ball out in the open. Luckily for them, no blood there, but it certainly did stop the return. Looks like about 21-yard line. But that ball just kind of hung up in the wind. As we say, the tape is just barely moving on the top of the uprights, but the wind does swirl around here. It's a pretty open stadium to the north and to the east for sure. But we'll see how Montrose will answer. That offense has been on the sideline for quite a bit. Sweep right side. Going forward, gain of about 4. You love the way they attack it, though, don't they?
yeah, they're a confident group. And again, why wouldn't you be 10-1 this year? You know, Ponderosa snuck up on everybody this year. That I don't think anybody saw that train coming.
Well, and Castendick there, he just, from that left wing, he's a little dude, but he's got a great burst, as we've already seen. He came around the corner there, and he's hard to pick up. Goodwin under center, heavy left side formation, no wing on the right side. Give fullback bounces around out in the secondary, dragging bodies, trying to step away. Does get downfield. And near midfield, drop finally at the 47. What a strong run. Yeah, Eckerman right there, the fullback, Randy, just a quick dive. Get a little seal up the middle there, and he took off. Long strider there, so 1st and 10. Indians back in business near midfield with the Spartans.
Really a great crowd over there from Montrose.
Yeah.
Probably almost 100 people over there.
And as this gets snapped, we'll be under a minute here in the first quarter. Dive second side, just swallowed up in the backfield though. And Mr. Beckman gets off the floor. He got there and it didn't go any further, did
he? They're talking. He got somebody talking there, so.
And they added a little extra.
Well, no, they're going to subtract. We know about subtraction and addition.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they're going to.
It's going to be an unsportsmanlike call.
For 26, and you can actually hear the.
Yeah, we've got a pretty good voice from our referee tonight.
Well, what happened is Beckman chewed him up and spit him out, and number 26, I think, said, "I'm going to be here all night."
Yeah.
Something similar to that probably, and Mr. Beckman probably said, "And so am I."
Yeah. Well, and what that did, and he showed the good sense to not retaliate.
Yeah.
And after the loss on the play plus the personal foul takes them back now to their own 31-yard line. They need to get to the 43 of Greeley West for a first down.
And believe it or not, college coaches will look at that and mark that, won't they, that he did not retaliate.
Option. Pulling right side. They got a little procedure, though. Goodwin was going to roll out. Might have been about one of the first passes we'd see there.
So Montrose stubbing their toe here a little bit.
A little ebb and flow. Like I say, that first drive they had, they got the aid of a personal foul now this time against them and tack on the 5 after that. Now you're really West. You just want to keep them in front of you for two more downs and get the ball back. Only 21 seconds left here in the first quarter.
2nd and Fort Lupton.
Yeah, you're about right there. And they're not even really hurrying to get out. They may not get the play off here before the quarter ends. Top of your screen receiver. Goodwin does get the toss. Toss left side, trying to get wide. It's actually reversed. It's going to be a throwback. He's got to tuck it and run, though. Gets upfield. Gains a pretty good gain. I got about 15 yards out of it. That was going to be a throwback to the quarterback. But Greeley West snuffed that out pretty well, and he had to take it upfield, but still a nice gain. But still is going to leave about 3rd and 20.
So that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We're tied up here from Greeley, Colorado, Greeley West 7, Montrose 7. You're watching Stream It Sports and ASBN TV.
Pay your friends back. Before they pay you back. Zelle on the First Bank app. First Bank, banking for good.
So we're back here now, getting ready for the second quarter. I want to thank Jim's Wings and appreciate them re-upping with for next year, 2019. Northern Colorado's favorite wings since 1991. Jim's Wings, Campus West, right by Moby Arena in Fort Collins, Colorado. Check them out today.
Family favorite. I'll vouch for them. Start of the second quarter here now. Go to under center. Twin receivers out near side here. Let's see if they break the bone. Do roll left. Actually, it's a give. Delayed draw there, and Greeley didn't bite. Brown just saw it come out there. It's just a roll out, roll left, and turn around and just try to run a draw play backside, and Brown had nothing to do with it. Nice job of just staying home and running your technique there by the front of the Greeley Spartans.
Well, my summation of the first quarter is Greeley West just needs to kind of wake up and, just a little more focus and stuff. They've done some nice things, but they need to do it more consistently.
A little low snap, kick, low, long driving snap there. Westfield taking it on the run at the 30. Made a couple to miss.
There you go.
Wow, we had a call made by the line judge on the other side of the field. The back judge was 2 foot away.
And didn't call it.
2 foot away.
And decided that it was not what the other guy thought it was. If it's the same play.
I don't know. There was the receiver downfield, the gunner trying to go downfield and make a tackle, and the defender blocking him, and West. That's the only 3 people anywhere near that.
It didn't look like he got him in the back to me, but
so often they don't call and ask us, do they?
There's 2 people up here and 1 official down there who didn't think, and the one with the flag is the one that got to call it.
Well, and he's also he is smartly over there, assisted by a whole lot of folks on that sideline.
Yeah,
that happens.
You think somebody might have been saying, "Block in the back"?
Yeah, there's a lot of help. So ball now starting about the 24-yard line. Clark under center, 2 backs behind him. Inside reverse to Starks. He gets the outside edge, gets it forward. Stood up and nowhere to go. Loss of a couple. So Greeley does persist in staying wide. If they get that edge, they're going to get there. But it's a feast or famine, isn't it?
Yeah, so far it's been. And Mr. West has not carried the ball many times either. So I don't know if they're, a lot of times they'll kind of feature one half and the other half. So we'll see.
Yeah, and there's a bit of a decoy there too. Clark still back under center. Rolls to his right. Fires it underneath. What a grab. Piacenza, I've been impressed with him.
He has as good a hands as we've seen this year. There's some equal, but as far as just pure hands.
Yeah. Well,
if it's close, he's got it, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he goes up and gets it. Unfortunately, he landed it strong on his shoulder, so hopefully he's going to okay. But he goes up and gets the ball, and it's a good pass. It was where it should be, but he went up and took it with both hands. That's what all you young receivers you watch. That's the way you do it. 1st and 10 now. Spartans, big catch out to the 36-yard line.
Kind of unfortunate they don't throw it to him a little more, too, because he probably could be a more
West sweep right side, a lot of room. Cuts up field. Steph Farms one guy, steps away from another.
Oh, hello, 52.
Yeah. Down inside the 40. That's vintage West.
That is vintage.
Really sees how that's Derek West, the way he makes the play, sees the play in front of him, had the big fellas out in front of him blocking, but took his time.
And just left carnage behind him, didn't he?
Well, that was a great stiff arm, and then you need more than one to get him down.
Yeah, number 52 with great job of jumping up on him, but
yeah, you got to keep driving your legs. You're not going to swing an arm around him and get him.
That woke the crowd up too. Just looks different when he carries the ball, doesn't it?
Yeah. Tight splits now. You can see the bunch in that line now. Sweep left side to Starks. He bounces the outside. Jerk tackle gets away. Oh, that's a great tackle out there by the corner. And he kept, he's wanting to use the speed, and it's tough to tell those sprinter guys if you'd have turned that up inside that block.
I don't know there was anybody else back there, but
it would have been a
were
ways.
pursuing him. They were pursuing him, but
yeah, you always see when you get to the edge, you can go a long ways, but boy, sometimes the smart thing is to see if you take 7 or 8. That time, though, great play by that far corner for the Indians.
Well, he not only made the tackle, he fought off a blocker as well.
Yeah, you get 2 pluses on that play in film. Second and a gain, tight. Receiver to the top. Now we got motion. Quick give to the right side to West, getting traveled, grabbed by the arm. He's just looking for a place to go. And just bouncing off. Yeah, there's another block in the back. And we got some. Sorry about that. It is a live crowd, Mike, and that's sometimes what happens.
And we're in a different spot next to the coach.
Yeah, and that was not a difficult call to make down there.
Well, when you get out wide like that, it's gonna.
Well, and there's another call too. You can't really come up and just lay at the wood to anybody either, too, because now that's an unsuspecting player. If it's a blindside block.
So they actually looks like they
probably declined part of that. Just because that tackle for loss brings up third and about 15. It's almost 4-down territory here. Randy, if somehow Greeley West gets his ball down inside the 35-yard line, needing the 29, I could see a 4th down, go for it. Snaps on the ground. Clark looks at it. He just lays it up in the air. West on the far side. Caught!
Oh, my gosh, what a throw.
There's your inbounds Hail Mary. Clark just said, I've got all that room. They're here in this near hash.
I'm going to throw as far as I can throw it.
Yeah, and he did. He put a nice ball up in the air, and he had the defensive back out there on an island, nowhere to go. And West just made a great center field catch, didn't he?
Yeah, but, he threw it up, but he hit him in stride. I mean, West didn't even have to break stride.
Yep, laid it right on the edge of the sideline. 1st and 10 now, Spartans in business on the 15-yard line of the Montrose Indians.
And if Montrose has to guard against that, it's going to be much more difficult to stop the Indians.
Well, yeah, just legitimized staying
Spartans.
back there. Yep. Sweep right side, West trying to find somebody. It was a good stiff arm, but that took too long, and the rest of the posse got there, didn't they?
Yeah. Got to keep blocking, don't you?
Yeah. Well, Montrose came to play. There's no doubt about that. They're flying around on defense.
Yeah, and folks, there's no secrets by the time you get to this stage of the season. You've seen plenty of tape. You know who's who. You know who does what, and you are who you are as well.
1st and 10, tight wing left side. Inside give, West, trap play, gets to the outside edge. Hustled down, though, from behind. A little revenge there, as you talked about before, number 52, that linebacker for the Indians.
Job.
And as I said, I'd love to give more credit to their players. They're what we got online was tough to and they're printed out tonight here was pretty tough. I could see Cole Simmons, I believe, because the Montrose logo basically blocks out. We're all up here beforehand, all the non-Montrose
we would
announcers.
love to give you more because we're not rooting for anybody in this game or anything.
We're all here to plug these kids all playing well, and they are.
But we can only give you the information we have.
6:50 to play. Clark rolls out left side, steps up field, gets away from one. Shovel pass down, gets it complete. What a great throw. Just a great heads-up play by Clark there.
Yeah, he's had a great first half, hasn't he?
That's the senior right there, isn't it?
Well, I was getting ready to say when you were talking about quarterbacks, you get this time of year, man, if you got a senior quarterback, you got a good thing, don't you?
Yeah, there's not a lot of surprise out there for him. Little Patrick Mahomes looked like when he's running to his left, and he said, I don't have time to put it behind my ear. Here, take the basketball pass.
And that's 2 of those that he's already done, too.
Yeah, and I think that was out in front to DeAndre Harris, number 24 on the catch. Took it inside the 5, 1st and goal, Spartans. I formation straight behind, plow straight up the middle. Montrose bows his neck pretty well. It's still a push.
Oh, my gosh, they pushed him in.
And they got him through.
You think Beckman can push that pile a little bit?
Credit the rest of that line all getting over there. He got stood up, and they all just kept working.
Beckman, they don't have a shirt big enough for Beckman. We talked about that before.
Well, and yeah, they're like I say, they got the size. They have the size advantage. They really do. It's one of those. Just don't let anybody get between you and grind it down. This is the chance to go up by a touchdown. Snap low, handled nicely. Kick by Holden's up, and it is good. Nice job by the holder that time, taking the one hopper.
So 14-7 now. Greeley West comes out. Nice drive, aided by a long, what we would call Hail Mary on the field. Although
it's just a great throw and an opportunity to make a play one-on-one and put that defensive back on an island.
There's a high risk. In other words, you're going to throw it out there and see what happens. And what happens is he threw a perfect pass, and West catches it. So we got to meet Mr. West a little more that drive. Clark, the quarterback, is having a tremendous first half.
Great decisions. Throwing some nice balls, just made some smart plays.
See the flag running down there before us, in front of us. So we'll have the kickoff here. There are no other 4A scores tonight because the rest of the games are tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Holden kicking off. Low driving kick this time, bounces around. Knocked down, taken on the 26, actually about 16. Skips by a couple tackles, heads up field once again. We're showing they've got plenty of running backs there, and that's Kastendick again. Shows that burst, doesn't he?
I'll tell you, he is fast, but he can't be over 5'5", can he?
No.
But he's hard to see behind those. Just ask Mr. Sproles.
Oh, yeah, there's been a lot of big-time backs make that kind of a size, but still strength and speed works to their advantage. So Montrose needing an answer now. After taking off the first score of the game, they've given up 2 in a row, and most of the time, Goodwin trying to run around, faked it, and nowhere to go. And, right now, Greeley West is feeding it, aren't they?
I think the coach had a little talk with him after that first quarter and said, "Hey guys, this team came to play, and you better match that passion and energy, or you're going to go away sad tonight."
Yeah, Lovin and others there were making the plays, and they're starting to say the game is kind of settling down for them. It's up for Montrose to make a play like we just saw with West on that long pass. Somewhere along the way, they've got to bust one again.
And they've got the athletes to do it.
Certainly. Good one. Under center, tight wing, right side of the tight end, motion near side. And we got the tight end jumped on the far side.
Yeah. Again, we apologize. We're trying to give you let you hear the crowd and different things going on, but you're also hearing the wind.
Yeah, it is swirling around pretty good. Like I say, we always reference the tape on the top of the uprights because that's usually our best barometer, but it's just twisting a little bit, but not too much.
What would be your best get there? 10 miles an hour wind speed, you think?
Yeah, it's just enough to know it's there. It'll affect the ball in the air. We've seen that on one punt already, that's for sure. Double tight, single back, motion. Fullback, right side, no. Inside give. Nice job of hiding ball there. Let's play fool the announcer.
Yeah, they're going to be a handful.
Well,
they're not a lot of seniors on that team.
They really
so
are
I'll tell
not.
you what, 10-1 already. You're going to hear about this team, win or lose tonight. You're going to hear about this team for a couple more years.
And you can talk about regional, areas and games and schedules. Well, they beat Fruita Monument, who's already playing in the quarterfinals against Loveland. So we know that they're playing pretty good schedule. Third and about 16, though. Greeley backing off, get a little bit of room. Inside reverse play. Fake the sweep right, inside give, as we start to see from these double wing teams.
Well,
and nowhere to go.
Greeley West is staying home. They're paying more attention. They're just being more detailed in what they do now.
Well, with 4:03 left here, that's time. And, boy, if you're Greeley West and you get to find a way to get another score, Derek West moves back to receive the punt. Single safety again. Bolden is back to punt. We'll see if that wind does affect the punt going the same direction as before. Good snap. Gets that one to turn over. Nice punt. Fair catch called by West at his own 31.
Very unlike him.
Yeah. He's loath to do that. But I tell you, that was a very nice punt. That ball just, nice tight spiral, no chance of giving a dangerous guy the chance to make a play on you. So 3:34 left in the first half, leading 14-7. The Spartans break the huddle up back on the ball. And Randy, here's one of those you want to give a chance to put one more in the end zone, some type of score. Let Montrose go to halftime and start to think about, okay, is our season over, and put some doubt in their minds. See how they respond. Heavy formation right side, sweep right side. West tries to get to the edge. And just a great job of coming up and flying from that secondary for the Indians there. Number 11, Dietrich, just a great job of playing that corner, wasn't it?
Well, it looked like there was plenty of blue jerseys out there to block, but it just
kept stringing them out,
didn't it?
Yeah, it kept stringing them out. Nobody put anybody on the ground.
And again, there was no cutback either, so it was.
Yeah, he was deep enough to where he didn't really have that edge on it, and he kept letting his blockers, lead the play as you should. So no gain, brings up second down, clock running, 2:50 to play. Fullback straight up the middle, a quick dive play. Gets it out past the 35. Brings up a third down. Now you're almost, okay, let's take our time here, and if we have to punt it, I'd rather punt it with under 2 minutes. Don't give Montrose a lot of time. It's almost interesting that Montrose is not going to call a timeout here just to save some clock.
Well, the only thing you can think is both teams are okay with where the game is, I guess.
Yep. Still some indecision on the play. Back judge is starting his count. Motion this side toss. Fake the reverse. And I think that was supposed to be a reverse because Starks is still acting like he wanted to get the ball.
Well, he had a lot of green grass, but West
elected to keep it. A little communication maybe, but either way, that stopped it. And we do have a timeout taken by Montrose on the field. They trail 14-7. You're watching Streaming Sports on ESPN TV.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Oh, come on!
Toyota RAV4 Adventure Grade with available blind spot monitor.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4, or get $3,000 cash back on a new RAV4.
Toyota. Let's go places.
So we're back here, and always remember as we hear the bumper music, girls just want to have fun. Little Cyndi Lauper are playing on the big speaker.
So Spartans having to punt. Just at 1:59 left. Good snap. Shanked the punt, though. Didn't get off his foot very well, and it's going to come out of bounds. It won't get to the 50.
Kind of a Greeley West worst-case scenario. First you have a play that loses however many yards, and then you have a bad punt.
So ball is going to be 1st and 10, 49-yard line. What a break for Montrose. See if they have that moment to capitalize on it, because 1:51 left.
Plenty of time.
Oh, yeah.
And on the other side, best case scenario really for Montrose.
Yep, double wing formation, single back, Goodwin under center. Motion, rolls his right, first pass attempt. He just pulled it. He was going to run that the whole time, I think, Randy. That was a flat pass only look out there on the edge. Is either going to be a chance to get the ball out there to Castendick or run, and Goodwin pulled that down right away.
Looked kind of Doug Flutie-ish out there, didn't he?
Yeah, never really flattened out his rollout to see if he's going to throw it downfield. Fullback gives straight to the middle, upended after a gain of about 2, maybe 3, but clock running, and we have a timeout taken by Greeley West.
So they're saying, you know what, we may not be done here either. We'll talk a little bit just about our season here. We've had a great season. Didn't know we were going to do another game. We got the
call, and it was a great way to do it.
You got up this morning and felt like you wanted to come out here and bring the fans a
Well, you know what?
Playoff game
What a great season, both these teams have had, and we love doing these games here in Northern Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
And a chance to keep bringing you football under the lights on a Friday night, and it's mid-November. It's not snow on the ground. You don't have to be, in thermal wear. It's chilly out, but it's not that bad.
Yeah. And Chris probably said, and you're going to be home again tonight?
Yeah, I was. Surprisingly, I'm not missed.
So, anyway, we have motives, folks.
Yeah. You'd like to think so, but no.
Yeah.
It's so good. Have fun.
Yeah.
And I am.
Yeah,
this is
we're
a lot
having
of
a great
fun.
time. And
watching these kids compete. This is those memories that they'll tell stories about for years.
Yeah, and probably won't even remember in 10 years who won or lost this game. But
yeah, great seasons. Motion, Kassendick. Straight dive up the middle,
first
though.
down,
Got the first down yardage, stop the clock. It'll just start as soon as they get the change set. So big play by Montrose that time. Just that quick hitter. And that type of offense, if you can't stop the A-gap, either side of the center, you're going to have a long night. And right now, that's the play for Montrose. Gives him again, bounces around the outside, takes it downfield about 8 yards. Clock running. We're under a minute to play. Montrose has got to get on the ball because they're going to keep running it. They're not going to have time at 7 yards a pop. Ball's on the 31-yard line.
Well, he's going to pull that out here pretty quick. I
think so. Goodwin under center. Looks downfield. Just going to take the pass to the edge. It was well out of bounds, though. Nice job by the far side defensive back there. I think that's Piacenza.
Yeah.
But he kept the sideline there and kept crowding the receiver out. And the ball was out of bounds. That just shows that the forward pass is not the main idea of that offense. And Goodwin, he was a sophomore. That's part of that learning curve. You got to give him a chance. Get your big receiver, the ball inside. You want it's outside the numbers, but not too close to the sideline. So clock stops, 3rd and about 3. 41 seconds left. Certainly 4-down territory. Motion. Goodwin trying to get away, grab, sack ball. No, they ran that delay draw again.
Yeah, but the ball was on the ground and picked it back up. And
yeah.
A lot of stuff going on that play.
Well, and you know what? I do want to give credit there because he went out there. He ran the fake so well that Brody Clark, number 10, that had a good year as a defensive end for the Spartans. He went out there and took Goodwin down, and then said, "Hey," helped him back up and said, "You know what? I had to do it." And Goodwin said, "Yep, you did."
Yeah, that's when the fake works. So we'll be back after these messages. You're watching Stream It Sports and ASBN TV.
I make my coffee at home.
I cut my own hair.
I buy in bulk. So do I.
Jag tar med mitt eget godis när jag går på bio.
I still use my parents' TV login.
Saving is in style. Start saving with the Anywhere account today.
So we're back, and I don't know if they're rooting for the team or they were playing beat it.
Short dive. Progress looks to be made by the side judge coming in. Clock stops with 27 seconds left. Montrose smartly getting back up in formation. They'll wait till they place the chains. The umpire stands there, holds the center back. He gives him his chance. Now they whistle live. Clock running. And a spiked ball by Goodwin. Probably saving their remaining timeout, Randy, for a field goal attempt if they can get a little closer. I'm not sure what the range of their kicker is. I didn't see any pregame attempts.
It's against a pretty strong wind, too.
Yeah, I think so. It would be a long one to go get. And you got chance, if you're going to run the ball, you got maybe 1, maybe 2 plays left, depending on the type of play you run. If you sweep it, you may have a hard time getting down there to the end.
Well, they got
trips this side, toss left side, casting it, gets to the edge. It's a sprint. He gets the 5 to 10 yard line, pushed out of bounds inside the 10, right at the 5 yard line. And that only took 7 seconds off the clock. Boy, does he accelerate.
Gosh, that is. I'd call him Mighty Mouse for those who don't. Too young to.
Yeah.
But he reminds you of Darren Sproles, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really does. Just a great burst.
Wow.
And he gets the edge, and like I say, there's no doubt he was going to go down there. Smartly got out of bounds, you young football players. He got out of bounds, not only got first down, but that stopped the clock.
And Greeley West defender helped him think about getting out of bounds, too.
Yeah, well, he's going to go in the end zone. He didn't have much choice. First and goal for the Montrose Indians. Chance to tie this up right before half. A big sequence of plays here, maybe just 2. Delay of game.
All that work and I like the way they put everybody on the left, and then they went with a quick count before Greeley West could respond to the formation.
Yep.
And before you knew it, he was out there on the side, and he already had 10 yards before.
Yeah, the unbalanced line, and it was a great play call and timing to do it. Unfortunately for them, they didn't get themselves set in time.
They're trying to get the fans into this game. I hope the fans don't think this is a walk in the park here, because it's not going to be.
Goodwin lays it up in the end zone. High throw, little contact, and incomplete. Nice job by the defensive back and the receiver. Both had a hand extended there, so no real call to be made. So that stops the clock with 8.9 seconds left. They could do that one more time, and now, certainly field goal range is not an issue.
And you hear the fans.
Well, I don't know if they got time. They don't have time for a long sleep here. I'd be watching a quick slant pass out here. Give a double reverse. Cassidy up the middle, spins around. If one player gets the end
gets
zone,
in.
Touchdown. That inside reverse play, I shouldn't say double reverse, inside reverse, because they're running a sweep. They turn around and give it to him inside. He follows the blockers up underneath and bounces off a couple of guys and powers his way in the end zone.
Well, they can't get low enough to bring him down, you know.
And he's tough to pick up, and what a great play call. Sticking with what you do best, right?
Yep, and
great execution by the Indians there. Chance to tie it. Snap and the hole are good. The kick is up. And we are tied at half with 1.5 seconds away from halftime. We will have a kickoff.
But you know what? That touchdown I almost blame on the offense of Greeley West, because they came out and didn't seem like they were trying to do anything. Seemed like they were actually trying to
run the clock and get away. Down. And boy, what a credit to Montrose coming back and fighting back. There's a couple plays there that guys just, they had their runs. They had a couple of things going on. They even fought off a delay game penalty, and then Kassendick on the play call there on the heavy unbalanced line left, swings it around, takes it down, and then he finishes it off, and we're tied.
Now a little pit bull.
We just skipped 30 years, didn't we?
Or 40.
Interested to see if you just want to squib kick this or not. Put it out there, even because it's kind of Ruiz-Diaz here just is going to try to keep it in play, and he does. Bouncing it downfield, taken and grabbed, and goes down, and that will do it.
Oh, I think I just run it.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, folks. Well, there you have it.
Great first half.
Yeah. It's what you would expect in a quarterfinal state playoff game. 2 of the top 8 teams in the state, and we're tied 14-14, Montrose and Greeley West. We'll be back with the second half after this break.
Welcome back now. You're at District 6 Stadium. Halftime, tied up here, quarterfinal action in 4A playoffs. The Greeley West Spartans hosting the Montrose Indians. And Randy, kind of a tale of the beginning and the end of the half for the Indians and the whole middle by the Spartans. They controlled the half after that quick touchdown score by Montrose, and then just kind of seemed to have that little stop, and unfortunately a short kick, and Montrose, to their credit, driving it downfield real quick and right at halftime punched it in.
Well, a hard lesson. We've both coached young men for a lot of years, and, one of the biggest things, the hardest things, is to get people to play hard every single play. Every single play matters, and, that's really what this second half's going to come down to is really who wants it more.
Holdren high into the night sky. The wind held it up, though, didn't it? Caught at the 15, upfield, still driving outside the 25, 30-yard line, pushing ahead. What a great effort for the Indians to start the second half.
Well, we can tell the Montrose Indians didn't drive all this way over here to lose this game, did they?
You're exactly right. What a great effort that time. That was Cassimus, number 25. Took a big pop going off, but what a way to start the half. Get your offense, great field position. But, of course, there's going to be an official break in it, and we have a substitution issue on the Spartans.
Time to play. We have illegal substitution. Greeley West. You guys right on the field.
So, moving to 5 yards beyond that, ball out the 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
That's certainly, if you're a coach, not the first thing you want to happen on the first play.
Yep. Go to an under center, double wing formation, tight end shifts, heavy right side. And we're going to have a procedure penalty again. Just trying to do too many things there. The receiver on this end tried to step up and get on the line as the receiver went in motion, the wing back, and there you go. So they gave it back to him 5 yards.
And Goodwin is one of those fortunate quarterbacks that gets to run all the way over to the coach.
Yeah, he keeps warm.
To get every play call.
So 1st and 15 with a procedure call. Lowy, Starks, Brown, Beckman across that front there for the Spartans. All hands on the ground. Sweep. Left side. Nowhere to go. Nice job of that time the Spartan defense, Randy. Just all stayed home. It was kind of a slow developing play. Kind of waiting for that counter there. And you can see in your picture that time too, Lowy stayed home. Had to honor that quarterback coming out because we've seen the big plays come from this offense. It's not that quick dive play. It's the secondary play they make with the handoff or a cross buck. You have to play your technique against this type of offense all year long. Good one. Fullback dive, reverse, ball's on the ground, popped up in the air. Kastendick trying to make something out of it and is hammered out of bounds about the 32. Loss of about 8. So that ball didn't hit the ground, but it popped up. Kastendick was able to get a hold of it. And do you think the Spartans are going to pay a little bit more attention to where number 2 is going?
I think they are. And number 2's like, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, no. I was going to say, I'm trying to figure out why I ended up over here.
Yeah.
He on got the moved. Track.
Yeah.
Well, you're light, son.
Yep. You run really fast, and they applied force to you. Going back to
and you go further than some do.
Yeah, yeah.
Good clean hit.
Mass and velocity. He was the velocity, and the mass was the defender. We're back to high school physics.
Wow. I must have missed that day.
Yeah, doubling the top and another move. Boy, it's like this is an offense when they break their bone, when they get away from that comfortable wing formation. And that's the second one here of the half. And Coach Burton's with his kids, just those we talk about, their kids. They're 18 and under out here. For all the fans that think everything should be just like a Saturday or Sunday afternoon game, it's not the way you do it.
Well, and a lot of those players you said are sophomores, and
yeah, it's a young team.
So that's a 16-year-old, folks. So just picture your own 16-year-old son.
For those who had those, then that doesn't take long. Wait, I think Max's mom's just about to call.
Yeah.
Big play, 3rd and about 25 now. Need to get to midfield. Draw play coming back up the middle. Escapes a couple tackles. He's got the edge out to the 40. First down yardage and more. Coming across midfield, down inside the 32-yard. It's just that sprint left side.
Wow.
And they give that slow draw back underneath. And Greeley West has overrun that. And Eckerman, again, he broke a tackle. I mean, there was one player there in that technique, but he broke that tackle, stepped away from it.
What a great call, because I'll tell you what, I had no idea where the ball was. I was back in the backfield thinking there was a sack, and here comes the fullback right down the right side.
Well, it's you've got to play the technique, but, I mean, obviously throwing the ball is not going to be when you see a lot of this offense. And Eckerman, that's the third time that play's worked really well. It's a great play design. 1st and 10 now. Indians, after that, down inside the 35. Back to throw, though. Takes it up in the air, takes a high throw. Well beyond the receiver, and a nice job out there by the defender on the far side, Randy. I'm not sure who that is, if that's Clark or not. I think it is. But he took the receiver, forced him to go outside, and the ball, by the time he got there, he just couldn't catch up to the ball.
He was right there with him.
Yeah, that was number 4, Jared Clark. And that was just a timing pattern where Goodwin says, I'm going to throw it to the end zone. You just need to beat your guy to that spot.
Kind of just to keep him honest play, too, isn't it?
Yep, 2nd and 10. Inside give, Castendick back up the middle. Bangs his way forward, gain of about 12. Just a counter play. Again, he's run that so well, and he's so hard to find at his burst. What a weapon.
Well, again, you don't really even know he's got the ball until about 6-7 yards down the field.
Yep, and just a junior, Emmert Castendick. It'd be interesting to see what his track numbers are.
Well, and it'd be nice if there were some stats on.
And a good point here we see, we'll bring that up here in a little bit, but one important Greeley West player not going to be in the second half. Piacenza, excellent two-way player, very good receiver for Greeley West, on the sidelines with the letter jacket on. Not going to be coming back. So he had that good catch in the first half. We kind of talked about halftime. It's like, okay, how's your chance? But right now, defensively, 9:50 to play, clock running here in the third quarter, all tied at 14.
He plays defensive end, too.
Heavy formation left for the Indians. Motion back, aside, fullback give again. Eckerman strapped the middle, shedding blockers inside the 10-yard line, or tacklers, inside the 10. Wow. He got, what a great forward lean. You don't have much of a target to get to him. You've got to get under his pads and get to those legs. So the Indians taking this opening drive, Randy, marching downfield methodically. Eckerman and Castendick just bouncing it back and forth. Again, quick to the line, heavy right side. Ball's on the ground. Greeley West got it. Once again, trying to make that second handoff in the backfield between Goodwin and Castendick, and it just didn't connect.
67, I believe.
Yep.
Is that Lowy? Or?
That is Lowy. Got the ball. The junior comes up with it, and you know what? They're just having a chance to run that play, but they had that little mix-up there. Lowy alertly sees it, grabs it, stops that drive. What a play for the Spartan defense.
Might be a proud daddy somewhere in the audience.
I think so, yeah. Well, every night, there's plays like that. That's a changer. They've taken the ball 70 yards on the opening drive of the second half. Clark back to throw on first down. Rolling through his end zone, trying to find someone. It does, hits the out. Nice patience. Starks way downfield, broke the pattern off because he had single coverage down there, and Clark just did a nice job of biding his time, throws a nice dart, hits him right on the sideline, just maybe a half yard short.
.59, the center, is a large man.
Yeah, no, they got plenty of size there. Toss left side to West. Trying to get outside. He's just running horizontally. Hurdles one guy just to give him a chance to get back to the line, but lost maybe a yard. And that's I think you're going to have a harder time going sideways on Montrose. What they're giving up in size, they're gaining in speed. And they've got the linebackers and the ends out there. They're up. They got 9 guys basically within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. You can't block that many. Going horizontally is the hardest thing to do. Loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 3. Big play here for the Indian defense. Inside give, straight up the middle. Spun away. Starks, first down yardage and a few.
That's what they need to be running.
Yeah.
If you want to get fancy with that. But
well, it's just a good counterplay. Same thing has been working for Montrose. And spun around, showing backfield formation to the open side of the field to the right. Counter that Starks coming back inside there, and you get the big guys up front. A little cross block, and you're there. 1st and 10 Spartans. I formation, tossed right side to West. Spins away from one tackler.
Boy, look at that speed.
West did a lot there, but they're going to call. Clark had to throw a block. Wasn't a vicious block. Didn't even knock him down.
No, I was wondering if they were going to call that a blindside. No, they're just calling holding, I think.
No, they called it a block in the back.
Oh, did they?
Now, the quarterbacks aren't used to throwing blocks, but that was a play that...
that was more of a dance than a block.
Yeah, no, he didn't knock him down. He did the smart thing. He could have taken a big shot at him. But a spot foul, so the penalty's going to be marked off from the 19-yard line. Crowd letting the officials have it there, and not surprisingly. But unfortunately for Greeley, that's going to be 3rd down and just about need to get to Eaton. They got to get to their 37-yard line.
Got to figure out our towns out here on 85, don't we?
Yeah. So you hear me pause?
What's the next town?
Clark rolls to his right, looks to throw back, got the top over the top to West. He's caught it at the 25, stepped out of bounds about the 22. So I love the play call. Great touch on the ball by Clark. Gives him some room to punt. But nice job by the Indians defense getting over there.
What's not good is that the fact that they weren't able to go down and shift the field. Unless they're able to on a punt here.
And I missed a down there, too. That was 1st down. It was just that was the play. So it is 2nd and about 14 now. They did gain that first by Starks. Toss left side, reverse back to West. He's going to get thrown for a huge loss. 2 slow developing plays over and over again by the Greeley West offense, Randy. Montrose has got too many people up front for that to work. They're playing 8-9 in the box. And somewhere along the way, you got to get back to their power offense.
Somebody's impatient about scoring, sounds like.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've done it to most here, but Montrose has come here to play, obviously, and they're saying, okay, we're gonna take your tendencies and work them against you. They're playing man coverage only on the outside, 3rd and not 25 again. Clark, quarterback draw, gets to the edge, steps around a couple tackles, out about 25. And about knocked out about the 27. But, that just over and over again, Greeley hasn't had many plays, Randy, where you say 1 yard loss or 1 yard gain. They've had many plays of 5 yards or larger losses than probably, the short gain or loss itself. Just because of the penetration on that Montrose defense. Snap on the punt's high. He's got to run it. Nowhere to go. He's going to be tackled after a gain of a couple.
And that could be a game-changing play right there.
Yep. Yeah, the snap was just a slow snap, and Montrose was coming after him. Punter alertly decided to take off. Not sure what the officials are collaborating on here.
Well, I don't like the way they're turned.
Well, I didn't see a flag.
Boy, they're quick. I'm just tell you, they were on him.
Yeah. Coach Mertens and his staff have done a great job of scouting. Okay, the flag was down here downfield. Holding. Oh, gosh. The referee's mic is working. What a get-out-of-jail play for the Spartans. So instead of Montrose getting the ball 1st and 10 at the Greeley West 31-yard line, that holding call Now, the officials got to go back to the line of scrimmage and mark this off. But it's going to be 1st and 10, Greeley West.
Wow. How do you see that in the middle of
Well, the reason I didn't see it, I mean, this is way downfield, down here past the 50. Probably just trying to keep one of the gunners from getting down to make a play. Now they're deciding where they got to start marking the penalty from. The penalty's got to be enforced. Otherwise, Greeley West, they have to take the penalty. So somewhere along the way, somebody's got to pick that football up and mark it somewhere.
So this is where that new math comes in, isn't it?
Yeah, and they
algebra and all that stuff.
Since I'm not getting paid to make the call, but I can certainly add my 5 cents, which gets you nothing. I think they've got to go back to the line of scrimmage and mark it from there. Because it happened during the play. Greeley West is going to accept the penalty. Can we cue the Jeopardy music?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah,
dun,
that's about
dun,
what we got to do.
Dun, dun.
There's some other tunes that probably wouldn't be as flattering, but okay. Now the umpire, he's doing it from the end of the run.
And that's a 10-yarder, too.
Yeah. And even more importantly, like I say, get out of jail penalty. Now,
as we said, could be a game-changer play, and
turns
now
out,
all of a sudden,
what a difference. Coach Mertens is out there. He goes, I'd like an explanation. Because he's well out past the numbers. We've had about a 5 to 6 minute stoppage of play here. And that is, those things happen, but we're trying to, like, okay, play called. And dinner plans are made, and they're satisfied, but that's the call. 1st and 10 now, Spartans. Just shy of their own 42-yard line. Clock is wound. Clark back. Snap again. Doesn't get past the center. Bounce off his leg. Clark picks it up, gets to the edge, gets around the corner. Out past the 44-yard line on the Indian sideline. 1st down. What a great presence of mind there, Randy, just to pick it up and run.
Well,
that ball, the center snap, it didn't get to him. It didn't even get off the turf.
Well, fortunately, I'd rather have that than 2 foot over my head.
Oh, yeah. Not only, one, it's easier to grab than sailing over your head, but it's in front of you. You can still watch people in front of you. Power eye formation, straight eye give. West follows the blockers, bounces around the corner, outside the 40. That's right now, my humble opinion, is what the Spartans ought to be doing.
Well, because you just keep waiting for him to shoot out of one of those crowds and go to the house, because we know we've seen him do it and we know he can do it.
Well, and you saw there was no chance. Everybody's blocking straight forward. The fullback and that extra blocking back, the power eye set in front of him. And there was a surge downfield. He didn't get touched till he's 3 yards deep. Power eye formation again, left side. Inside trap play. Starks takes it, gain of 2 or 3, but you know what? You're keeping him honest.
Good call, though. You're not going to lose 10 on that play.
No, you're exactly right. Tied up here at 14, 6 minutes left to play here in this third quarter of 4A playoff action. Thanks for tuning in to Stream It Sports. Thanks for our game sponsor tonight, Winners, Hellrick & Hughes. You need local law assistance? Great contact to make. They brought this game to us. Thanks again to Ken Denning and Greeley West High School, also taking part in our sponsorship. 3rd and 4. Delay again. Clark rolls to his left, looks to the throwback. He's got the man over the center. Missed it, boy. If he'd looked back, though, he had Starks all by himself down the far side. No penetration there. Great play fake. I like the call. But now do you punt it downfield, Randy, and try to pin Montrose back? Looks like they're going to stay on the field till the offense is.
Well, they'll probably at least try to draw them off sides, which they have not been off sides the entire game. Pretty well-coached team. Montrose is a well-coached team and haven't made a lot of mistakes.
Clark back in the pistol, heavy formation right. West, your left wing back, just barely got set.
They're gonna throw on 4th and 3.
He's got a chance to run. Linebackers coming up. Hits him low. Montrose forces the down turnover on downs. So the Spartans defense has to come back out in the field.
I think Greeley West did Montrose a favor there by rolling out and throwing the ball on 4th and 3 when they've got a much bigger offensive line and 2 great running backs, plus a quarterback who can run.
1st and 10 now, Goodwin under center. And saw movement on the right side. Casson-Dick a little quick on that. You can see that left wing kind of fell forward on his hand.
He's quick with everything, isn't he?
Yeah, he's ready to get going. Brings up a 1st and 15. 4:50 to play here in the third quarter. Statistically, Randy, I think tonight would be a pretty even tally for both teams. A little bit more through the air, obviously, for the Spartans.
Well, they've thrown more than we've seen them throw in the past games.
Yep. Heavy right side, tight end, wing. Fullback give. Eckerman splashes around a couple players, gets hit. Gain about 5. Nice job of getting to the party there. He's a tough guy to bring down by himself.
You know, you
need friends.
I love how Montrose runs the play out completely. You know, all the fakes, everybody runs all the way out. And, you know, you see that guy running out on the edge, and you think he has the ball.
Yeah. Well, and that's just good coaching. Commitment all the way through. Tight end shift again, right side. Casson-Dick takes the outside handoff, turns it upfield, gains about 6, 7 maybe. Bring up a 3rd and manageable amount, maybe 3.5, 4 yards. Big play here for the Spartan defense. 5 down linemen. Basically, here comes the linebackers. They're going to show the pressure coming. Goodwin steps away from center. It's going to change the play call. You can see that pressure coming up. The linebackers are all stepping up, weren't they?
Yeah, so we'll see if they fall back now or still do what they were going to do.
Toss. Casnick just trying to get outside. Greeley West coming upfield. Missed him.
Still gets
He just dives by the tackler. You got to hit him straight away, and he got just enough to move the sticks. Great play call. You know, he does such a good job, Randy, accelerating, obviously, but he turns his shoulders back towards the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's not a gimmick runner. He's a runner. I mean, he's small, but
no, there's no shying away from contact there at all.
He knows how to run.
So big first down get. Ball squarely at midfield here at District 6. Straight foot dive to Eckerman again in the middle.
And I'll tell you what, you know, this kind of offense likes that faux, don't they?
Yeah, well, you command the ball and the clock. Make them play, you know, the assignment. All of a sudden, if you can just do that offside play, that weak side trap that we've seen Cassidy run so well, so effectively. Double tight again, motion, top. Cassidy up the middle, steps away from 2 defenders, sprint to the end zone, outruns everybody. He's going to score from a long ways out and makes me a liar. I thought he got there. Nice job of hustling on the backside. As I was shifting from one window to the next, I thought he's going to run it in. What a burst of speed, though. Caught at the 1.
Folks, that's straight up the middle.
Yeah, I just talking about that counter trap play, and he hits it at full speed. And got this crowd really quiet, didn't he?
Yeah, that was a well, Greeley West offense has sputtered here the last 2 or 3 times they've had the ball. So they're not keeping up with Montrose right now as far as offense.
First and goal. And straight quarterback sneak, touchdown. So Montrose, just like the first half, scores first. Eckerman, the fullback. Quick give. I noticed they also had an offensive lineman in the backfield there, too.
And what that does is Greeley West has to score at least twice now to win this game.
PAT coming. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is true. So Montrose, after having the disastrous turnabout of a hold call on a punt where they forced the punter to run, got the ball back, drove it down, and with 2 minutes left in the third are now leading 21-14 here at District 6 Stadium. Like to thank our sponsors who helped us all the way through this football season and still with us. Pedersen Toyota, First Bank, Jim's Wings.
Jim's Wings, Northern Colorado's favorite wings since 1991. Jim's Wings at Campus West, right by Moby Arena on the Colorado State University campus. I know we're over here in Greeley, but I'm sure occasionally you're over in Fort Collins, and when you are, be sure to stop by Jim's Wings and get some of those wings.
Yep, and definitely thank them and any of our sponsors you may happen to come across.
If you bank at First Bank, say something to them about
local branches here in Greeley.
And go buy a car from Pedersen Toyota.
Yadamito back there, number 37, along with, I think it's West, waiting for this kick. Got pretty good information that Dimitri Yadamito is now got some happy relatives back Chicago Bears way, I was told. I think that was the rumor we heard.
They like the Bears a little bit.
So kicking team, once again, there's just how many 5-yarders has Montrose had tonight against themselves? That's just an over and over thing.
But they're first offsides, and as luck would have it, after I just said they don't do offsides,
yeah,
they do it on a kickoff.
Yeah, that's getting a little amped up. Chance this time for a better return, keeping it in field of play. Diaz kicks this one straight down the middle. Curves, takes an angle. West takes a straight up the middle. Tackled about the 23-yard line. Good coverage downfield by Montrose.
Boy, Montrose knows how to use the size to their advantage, don't they? Because they just avoid contact. They just run around the blockers, don't they?
Quickly going past. So it's answer time right now for the Greeley West offense. 151, this game can get away from you. As we've seen with good running teams like Montrose before, you need to have success when you can. You won't get that many possessions. Pistol formation. Clark takes a snap, fakes, rolls, trying to lose the throwback screen. Montrose, though, all over it.
And again, they just run by the...
just too slow developing. Yeah, number 52, Simmons, got over there without any real encumbrances. He smelled that out nicely. I think part of this, Randy, you got to credit Coach Mertens and his staff from Montrose. The nice job of diagnosing and play calling and just getting football players in good positions, let them make plays. That time Simmons did. Second down, no gain. West fakes the reverse, turns it upfield, got an edge. Straggles along one tackle, right at the sticks. As we got a Greeley West player down on the field. Great effort there by West, but we'll be back after this message. You're watching Stream It Sports and ESPN TV.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Oh, come on!
Toyota RAV4 Adventure Grade with available blind spot monitor.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4, or get $3,000 cash back on a new RAV4.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Pay your friends back before they pay you back. Zelle on the First Bank app. First Bank, banking for good.
We're back here now live. Greeley West offensive lineman Gonzalez able to make it off. Little twisted knee. Snap right side West upfield. Breaks around one tackle into the open. Ball's on the ground. He may have fallen right back on top of it, Randy. Got popped out by the tackle. And you could see him just go right down on top of it, and he secured it. What a great break for them, but what an awesome run.
Yeah, he had to me, that's your money man. That boy needs to see the ball several times here in the
Well, it was a sweet
quarter.
play, but it was still just a quick hitter. It wasn't a lot of dancing around. It wasn't a second fake, just going at it. Ball on the ground, though, as you pick it up. Starks picks it up. He's going to get a couple plus yards about it. And I'm just going to say, though, with the replacement there of Gonzalez, Jose Garcia, coming in at center, you always got to worry about those exchanges in the first couple snaps, and that one hit the ground. You're, as a quarterback, you're used to pretty much one center, and it's incumbent upon him and the center just to stay home, make sure that connection is made on that snap.
And for those of you over 40, they rarely get underneath center, although they did right there.
Starks inside gives, got the edge, dropped the ball, spins away from a tackle, gets about a yard out of it. He had a ways to go. He was just shifting the ball from the right hand to the left and just popped up in the air. And that'll do it. 3/4 of play here. The visiting Indians from Montrose lead the Spartans from Greeley West, 21-14. You're watching Stream It Sports, ASBN TV. Back here now, the start of the fourth quarter. Snap to Clark out of the shotgun. Looks his left, fires over the middle, and picked off. Threw that into a crowded area in a play that took a long time, Randy, and an outside defender came into the pattern. Never saw him. Just that small window. You're on the left hash, and you got that sideline. You've got basically an 18-yard gap, and that's a crowded area alertly grabbed. I'm sorry I couldn't get the Montrose player.
And he didn't step into the throw either.
Yeah,
he was
didn't
back
have a
on his
lot
back
on it.
foot.
Yep.
And plenty of time, though, so they can hold him to 3 and out here and start over again.
It's very much a defining drive. You're exactly right here. Montrose starting on their own 40. They get a score here, it's going to be pretty tough for Greeley West to come back because they just can't keep Montrose off the field very long.
And they're just ground.
Broken play this time. Goodwin turns it upfield. The sophomore smartly just runs around and gets to the edge.
He'll just ground him. They'll just ground and pound here, won't they?
Yeah, you can't imagine. I mean, they've only thrown a few times, and those were very much to their advantageous to their timing on it. This is going to be one of those where they want to run the clock no matter what. They just got a gift of 2 to 3 minutes, and basically, if they don't goof it up.
And they don't want to throw incomplete passes. That's for doggone sure.
Yeah, you don't need to stop the clock for Greeley West right now. And if you get a couple first downs, that it just all keeps going to your side of the ledger. Heavy formation right, tight end wing, motion again, straight up the middle. Fullback Eckerman spins around.
I'm telling you what, folks, I'm going to call this right now. That young quarterback has run around that edge
somewhere
by himself this entire game. And there's going to be a time that he's going to run around there and the ball's going to be in his hand. And this would be the drive to do it.
Yep.
I've been watching him the whole game do this,
Well,
because he runs it all the way out.
Yep. Double wing, straight give, fullback dive, first down and more. And still more. What a great effort. So that'll move the chains well inside to the Spartan territory, down to about the 45-yard line. Ball plays square on it. As you can see right there, the District 6 Stadium logo. And this is that you got to bow your neck time if you're the Spartans D.
Well, you've been on the field a lot, and but you've got to really focus with everything you have, because if not, they're going to run one of those counters again. And
yeah, well, if you look at the last drive, the drive earlier in this half where Montrose coughed it up on the 5-yard line. Give again, fullback, nice job of getting underneath. Greeley defenders there. I think Brown being the first one, finished off by Lowy, and along outside there by number 20 coming up from the secondary, Ramirez. Gain of a couple. Yeah, you certainly want this offense to be in a 3rd and 5 or longer if at all possible. It's just their strength is not really going to be trying to catch you sleeping on a pass play. And this is where Mr. Kassendick has been so tough. Sweep left side, still going. First down yardage to just short of it. But a nice turn and run, just a quick hitter. Casames there, number 25 on the carry. So knocked out a little before I had him there, just inside the 40-yard line. They need to get to the west, Greeley West 35-yard line. And I'd certainly think, Randy, this is 4-down territory now, that deep.
Yeah, you get 2 yards 2 times, and
plus you're running the clock. It's under 8:45 now before they even snap it. Double wing formation. Straight give fullback, straight forward. Powers his way along. Still going to be short a couple yards. Nice job up the middle that time by the Spartans D. Ball spotted, as you can see, it right there at the 37.
They got 2 of them.
Never a doubt from Coach Mertens and his staff.
Well, again, they didn't drive all this way over here to.
I think this is a very defining play right here, Randy, just for not only getting the ball away from them, but how much more clock could they run.
Well,
heavy formation, toss left side, Kassendick gets around, hit, spins forward, and a first down. Clark came up and make the tackle, but they ran heavy into the left side of the near sideline, and just a quick toss play and let him make a move.
Well, what he did is he didn't hit him head on. He hit him from the side, and so he was able to scoot for 3 yards
fall
as
forward
opposed
before
to hitting him in front.
Exactly.
And that's the difference in.
Chains are moved.
Yep. And
clock is running. It's under 7.5 to play here in the 4th. Montrose on the move. They lead by 7 here at Greeley West, 21-14. Kassendick, second cut through that handoff. That's been such a stellar play.
And Montrose starting to
get some rhythm.
Show us why they're 10-1, aren't they?
Yeah. Just running their offense quickly, efficiently, and setting up to do it again.
Well, we've seen, of course, Monarch for years, and a lot of teams up here in northern Colorado that have run it with precision, and that's what I would say Montrose does.
Second and about 5. Kassendick right side, steps through, going to go to the end zone. Big touchdown for Montrose. Just that little cut play, and he bursts, doesn't he? I mean, that is an acceleration.
You have to be so quick to see him, and then you got to hit him.
Yeah. And he's
elusive along with his speed.
Yeah, he gets up to top speed really quick. Big PAT coming here. Good snap, hold is down, and the kick is up, and it is good. So these visiting Montrose Indians, Randy, have come in now and taken a 2-score lead. 28-14 with 6:44 left in the game. And this is a fairly stunned crowd here on the west side.
Yeah, I believe so. And
didn't complete a pass that whole drive. Didn't even attempt one.
Well, and didn't need to. I mean, that's you just keep pounding, and that's what you do when you have the lead, isn't it?
Yeah. And that clock, I mean, right now, I see it right now, it's going to have to be a quick 6 for the Spartans.
And they've got the players.
Certainly.
I think Greeley West is a little shell-shocked right now because that offense of Montrose has come in here, and, I mean, they've sliced and diced.
Yeah. So Riaz Diaz will kick from this near hash. Dimitri Yadamino back there. Trying to get the other number, the other returner. That's Harris.
Be a good time for a return, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they need a big play. Not going to do it on this one. That ball's going to sail up. Just win, catch it, short, return. Picked up 15, makes one move. Spun around, grabbed by the headgear. I think it was more of a grab of the headgear, not the actual face mask itself. Still not surprised there wasn't a call, though.
I was going to say. That sounds like you're splitting hairs.
Yeah.
He's right in front of the official. So.
Yeah, and the Greeley bench.
Coach might have a thing or two to say about it.
Yeah. Well, right now they're wanting anything they can get, but it's 1st and 10, 26-yard line. Spartans need to get on the move. Now we have a stoppage of play. And we have a timeout called by Montrose. So timeout on the field. You're watching Streaming Sports and ESPN TV. We're back here live now. 6:37. Good timeout by Montrose. Coach Mertens there. Randy and I were talking. It's like, that's just when you frame it. Here's what's in front of you. You got to make this play. West takes the sweep right side, steps away from one tackler, kept his feet out past the 35, 36-yard line.
And 6 minutes left. Stark's got to make that block, you know. But the defender was quick, and he wouldn't be blocked.
And a penalty call. We had movement without two players being set. And that is a rough one. I mean, the clock is still stopped. They're moving him back.
We were talking about that timeout, and, you know, it's kind of the equivalent if we coach basketball a lot of 3 minutes in the game and saying, okay, guys, here's the situation. This is what you need to do. This is what they're going to try to do. And that's exactly what I believe that timeout was about.
Clark back in the shotgun. Slow snap again, picks it off the ground, throws it out to West in the open field. Trying to make one man, hurdles a man, but still goes down. I mean, leaves his feet, does a great job, but couldn't keep his feet coming down.
Couldn't stick the landing, could he?
So it's going to bring him about 2nd and 7.
Well, and these Montrose will give him 5 or 6 yards on the ground every time, won't they?
Yep, and that was Kastendick out there playing the corner, coming up to make the tackle. Clock running, 5:45 to play here in the game. Greeley needs 2 touchdowns. Heavy right side, ride the RPO, gives it to Harris. He gets around the edge. One blocker to make, gets inside. Looks like first down yardage, maybe just a bit short. Yeah, the line judge is spotting him short. Greeley needs to get up on the ball. You need to start running plays. You don't have time to look at your play call banned again. You need to get up and snap it. High snap, taken down. Clark fires a quick shot. Downfield, first down yardage. Nice catch. Well run.
But didn't get out of bounds.
Actually, I think that was Piacenza. He is back on the field. Going for the Warrior Award of the night.
Well,
we saw him in a letter jacket early, and they just kind of said, okay, I can go.
If it's not going to hurt me anymore, then.
Yep. 2 receivers both sides. Clark back to throw. Big drop. Surprised he didn't get a holding call there. Clark running to the left. He's got blockers downfield. Gets to the edge. Still going. Run out of bounds. Smart play. Get to the edge. Go out of bounds. You move the stakes. Stop the clock. 4:59 to play. Greeley West does have all 3 timeouts, Randy, so they can score. They can limit that clock run by Montrose. But they got to score first. Still going, twin receivers both sides. Piacenza and West at the top. High snap, quick throw. West to the outside, steps around 1, goes out of bounds. Nope, he doesn't. Credit Montrose there from, Castendick and whomever else was in on that tackle on that far side of holding him up, not letting him get to the sideline. 4:45, clock running. Same formation. West in motion here near side. Clark looking downfield, rolling, going horizontally here. Needs to find somebody and just steps out of bounds. Bring up a third in about 3. This is a conditioning moment, isn't it?
Yeah, you can see a lot of players on both sides with their hands on their hips.
Yep. Need to get inside the 38-yard line. Double tight end. Snap, quick fake. Clark just turns upfield, kids around. 1 defender and down to the 30, first down.
Boy, you got to
get back on the ball. 4:20.
Stop the clock for the first down, but.
Yeah, just until they put the stakes in and rolling now. Trips to the top of your screen. Snap coming. Clark fades back. Got a quick out pattern. Throws up to Piacenza. He catches it. Takes a pop.
Boy, does he have good hands.
Yeah. Brings up second and very short. I think here's a chance to go to the end zone, Randy. Clock still running.
Yeah, you've got to.
Rolls his right side. Got the edge. Just going to turn up and run.
That's going to be a penalty.
And they're going to call that, That's going to be the blindside block call. I think the Greeley West sideline may go bananas. It wasn't a killer shot. But intent and the way the block is delivered is more the call than the result.
What do they call it now? It's the optics of it.
Officials are certainly take some time to discuss it.
Well,
if it is, it's a personal foul, and here we go. All right. I can't disagree with that call either way. If you want to really call it, letter of the book, the way they write it now. The defender was coming, it wasn't a complete blindside because he's coming forward. He hit him in the shoulder, but
he should have expected to get hit as well because he was.
Yeah, but that's not what the.
I know. Yeah. Common sense eludes us sometimes.
Yeah. By the way, though, 1st and 10 now. West on the 10-yard line. Fade pattern in the end zone. 2 defenders down there. Piacenza basically did a nice job of just getting the ball out of bounds because you got Castendick down there with Piacenza. There's about 1.5 foot difference. Yeah. Trying to find another way, but that was a nice job by the Montrose safety knowing right away. There wasn't much subterfuge in that play, was there? They went to it right away. Twins both sides now. Clark back to throw. Fires the quick out to West. Spins out of 1 tackle. Gets to the edge. Stiff arm.
Just love to see.
He didn't go down. But they left the clock running.
And the whistle blew.
Yeah, he blew the whistle. They kept the clock running, but he didn't go to the ground. Saying he spun away from forward progress, I guess. Third down, Clark running to the edge, trying to find something in the end zone. He's got to throw a dart. He had Starks on the inside if he'd just take a little bit more time to look back.
Well, I don't think these quarterbacks ever look in the middle of the field.
It's tougher, too. Yeah, it's tougher. But right now, I'd say, Randy, this is pretty much the season for the Spartans, this play. Fourth down. They can get a first down about inside the 2.
And anything can happen on the onside kick, but you got to get the first one.
2 receivers this side. Clark, I don't know, that was going to be a run. He's going to get sacked. He just has to throw it away. It's caught, but nope, man, it was incomplete. Great job, though. Pressure coming from Montrose. Ball goes to the ground. And a turnover on downs now by Greeley West. 3:12 left to play. And Montrose is going to come out of there with their clock-eating offense. West does have all 3 timeouts, as we'd mentioned.
(28-14) our score here. 3:12 left in the game. Thank you for joining us tonight. Barring a miracle, fumble or something like that.
Yeah, you need a little help right now if you're Greeley West. Kassendick right side, powers his way through a couple.
And we say this every time we're in a situation like this. They got to really cover up that middle because number 2.
And quick timeout taken by Greeley West. I like that call. Timeout there. You're watching Streaming Sports and ASPN TV. We're back here now live at District 6 Stadium for a quarterfinal football. Montrose, visiting team, come in. They lead 28-14 over the Greeley West Spartans and got the ball. Turnover and downs, stopping the Spartans on their 4th down play. Spartans have just had the timeout taken. They've got 2 left. 3:06 left in the game. They need a really quick 3 and out, a big play to happen, and to get it right back. The math works. Give the ball handoff inside. Eckerman nowhere to go. And another quick timeout taken by Greeley West. And Randy, let's just chat about how you talk about a team driving that far, coming in with that single purpose. Now 10 wins. Now, both these teams had solid years, very good years. That's why they're this far in the playoffs. But boy, what a tightly scripted game plan they've done. They've stuck to it.
They have, and obviously, you have your team, and the only way we're going to be successful is to do these things. And Montrose has come in and said, this is how we can be successful, and we're going to stick to it. And, if it leaves us, if we end our season 10-2 tonight, then so be it.
In an opportunistic defense, they fly around, make plays, showing their quickness. Like I say, they had this decidedly large size disadvantage compared to West. But just using their speed and quickness and numbers, they've shut out Greeley West this half.
Well, and Greeley West the last 3 games has been kind of inconsistent. They have not dominated. They've been in close games, and this one looks like right now, unless we see some.
Footballs make funny bounces.
Yeah, they do.
Good one under center, double wing formation, motion. Give the inside back to Kassendick, and he is upended right away. And another timeout taken. So that diagrammed about as good as it can go. No yards really gained by the offense for the Indians, Randy. And then they're going to be punting after, like I say, they're going to be punting with their punter's going to have his feet in his own end zone. And right now, if you got that punt block call, it's time to bring it, don't you think?
Yeah, and it's because that's really your only chance. The way that the Greeley West offense has been playing, they have not been able to break the big play. You know, we've seen that happen this year, but today they've not. And it's mainly because the speed of Montrose is just overwhelming. They outrun the blocks. You can't get a hat on them because you can't catch them when you're trying to block them. And
they have gambled. They've had a nice interception. They've had a couple of fumbles. They've had some they've missed, but their ball control has been really good. They're going to win. If the things hold, they're going to win without completing a pass. Unless I'm forgetting, which is certainly possible. But right now, West is out between the 40 and 45 of Montrose. I don't see a lot of people on the line. It looks more like they're playing for a return. Snap, high snap, has to take a false step, just gets it off. It's going to be a short kick, comes out to maybe the 32-yard line, crossing where it hit, but a huge field position there for the Spartans. With 2:49 left, Randy. Like I say, now you're gonna snap it. You got no timeouts left. You've got to get the ball, in the right guy's hands. You got to tell people you get out of bounds. One extra yard is not going to do
that well the last drive.
You can't fight for 1 yard. You got to learn to say, I'll take 2 and get out of bounds rather than 4 with the struggle. West, top of your screen. So sends that down here near side.
They might try that little fade they tried before with West. They're looking right at him.
It is. It throws back over the middle. What a catch. What a great catch over the middle that time. Brody Clark, younger brother.
Brody Clark.
Yep, number 14.
I think they've done that in the backyard a few times.
Like that, 14 or 18, I can't tell. Now Clark's out here. Nobody's on him. Kasanik does get back over. Clock running, 2:37. Short snap, has to pick it up off the ground. Hits to West. He tries to spin away and is tackled immediately. Yeah, he tried to bounce the outside, and you just got to take that north and south. You don't have, the people you see is where the pressure's coming from. That time he turned right into it.
Yeah, and that's where they want you to throw it.
Yep, yeah, that's the defensive design. Clark, again, looks his right, short roll, fires down the middle.
There you go.
And it hit the ground. Line judge is saying it one-hopped. Incomplete pass.
But I like that position where he threw it.
Well, yeah, that was a pretty good throw. No real other chance for anybody else to get to it other than the receiver. But that did stop the clock. Brings up 3rd and 9, though. You still got to get the ball downfield. Good snap. Takes his time, sits in the pocket, rolls to his left, fires towards the end zone. Got a man as it picked off. Threw it into double coverage and didn't get a lot on the ball. And Casamas is going to pretty much just end the year taking it down and going down smartly. But just wasn't a throw that needed to be made. There's still another down there and just didn't get anything on the ball. And a smart play, you got to credit. That was Dietrich, number 11 for the Indians. Dietrich just dropped back into coverage knowing he had nobody in front of him. Yeah, and Clark wasn't going to run the ball.
Yeah, you either had to throw it over the heads of but didn't have the right angle on the throw.
Yeah, well, didn't flip his feet. He knew he saw where he wanted to take the ball, but didn't flip his feet and couldn't get enough on it, resulting in the interception. Dietrich brings it back out, a good return back out to the 23-yard line. And right now, you're just going to be victory formation with 2 minutes, 1 second left. So Goodwin's going to snap at one time. And we'll just do it a couple more, and we're going to wrap it up. A tough way to end your season and your career if you're a Greeley West senior. Credit these kids, though, for getting this far, Randy.
Yeah, I mean, you get to the, top 8 in the state, and we knew when we, contacted Ken Denning and said, we would love to broadcast a few games this year. We knew they had a special team, and they did. I mean, they played some really good football. Last 3 games, lost a little bit, played some competition except for the one, but today Montrose had the answers. I mean, that's there's nothing else you can say. The speed.
Credit their defense and offensive speed. You're exactly right.
And we haven't seen speed like that. You know, we've done a lot of football games, and we can remember a few guys. Denver South, comes to mind, or just a few. But I'll tell you what, I haven't seen too many more quicker.
Yep. Overall team speed.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that team right there.
So they'll probably come back. They're going to make another trip. I think they're going to come back here and play Loveland if they won.
I would imagine.
Or they play Fruita Monument, a team they already beat.
Well, Montrose has kind of been the dark horse in that top 10. Everybody keeps going, what's Montrose doing in here?
Exactly.
And I think we found out tonight, folks, what Montrose is doing in here.
And down to 20 seconds to play, and that's going to pretty much do it. I think the math worked out, and they don't have to do a thing.
Good sportsmanship. I don't think they had any personal fouls.
No. Well played game. Guys were doing their job, but you know what? We've got the you got to put your hats off to them. They came over here, took the long bus ride, played a great game, shut out a pretty good offense. The entire second half of the Greeley West Spartans. Take nothing away from the year that Greeley West had. No. But congrats to Montrose and their game, their effort, and they're going to take it to the semifinals in 4A football.
Going to the Final Four, and I'll tell you what, folks, that's a big deal for a team over on the western slope of Colorado. So anyway, this is Stream It Sports. This, I think, is going to be our last game, but that's what we said last time. So we might be back next week to do the Loveland game. We don't know that. But
stay tuned.
Stay tuned, but we'll tweet it out if we do. For Max Fink, for David Haase, this is Randy McCoy. Our final score, Montrose 28, Greeley West Spartans 14. We will see you next time here on Stream It Sports and ASBN TV.
It's Northern Colorado High School football, live on Stream It Sports NoCo. This broadcast has been brought to you by Jim's Wings, Northern Colorado's favorite wings since 1991. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good.